Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Talk PMA, where we focus on the 4 C's of mental toughness:
confidence in yourself and your abilities,
control of your thoughts, feelings, and actions,
commitment to yourself, your team, and your sport,
and challenge, to accept all challenges as opportunities, not threats.
raises. Are you ready? Coaches, are you getting your teams ready to go?
I'm trying to make sure that I'm going to move the camera just a little bit.
Are you taking it off me so I'm not a dork?
No, it was just like 90% you and like 25% me.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, fine.
Wow, what a great intro. Hello, everybody.
Happy Tuesday. Gosh, it's Tuesday. Yay. Like I'm on a newscast. We're kind of at our new table.
And tonight on Let's Talk PMA News.
It's all about coaches. Yeah. So are you able to see if we have coaches or anybody come on?
Yeah, I can leave it.
I think that would be awesome. If you are a coach, you coach teams and would like to come on and share with us what you deal with your teams as a coach. What you deal with.
What you experience.
What you experience with your teams as a coach yourself. Even just experiences that you've had in the past or are going through right now, we'd love to hear it. And we have a coaches workshop coming up, and so we really want to just come on today and talk about that. And
here so we can actually see what's going on.
Yeah, and see just what's going on with coaches and in their heads and what's in the kids' heads.
Yeah, we're really excited for our coaches workshop coming up here next
Friday.
Next week on the 20th. It should be really good. So we're going to kind of go over a little bit of what we're going to go over in the workshop. It is a free workshop. I feel like you need to like echo that free.
Yeah, it's free.
So come on to that. And it's just going to give you a little bit of like a heads up of what it's going to be. And then after that, you can sign up for our full course workshop where we'll go dive into way deeper into all of it and kind of personalize it to what you guys are needing as coaches. And yeah,
we are developing and are almost done with a whole coaches workbook. We have the athletes, coaches, and parents workbook. We are working on and almost finished with just a coaches workshop or workbook, excuse me. And so you will get that if you end up taking the full workshop after the free one. So let us know if you have questions about that. Let us know your thoughts about that. Like, is that beneficial? Do you really feel like that's something you could use for yourself, for your kids, and just let us know.
Yeah.
Stuttering my words today.
That's okay. Always. That's okay. Do you want to go over a little bit of what we're going to be doing during the workshop?
Yeah. So,
actually, sorry. Before you do that, yeah, sure. I do just want to like point out, like, we are matching today.
We are Team Parnell. We're the Parnell girls. Yes, two of many. So our workshop, some of the highlights that we're going to go over is really just how to boost mental resilience, working with your kids, keeping an open mind, understanding their pressures and your own pressures and how to deal with that. Enhanced concentration for the game day. So giving you tools that will help you help them.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So going more into that, building confidence in your teams. That's so important for yourself. Like, have confidence in yourself. If you don't have confidence, I mean, what you're doing and your abilities, you're going to portray that to your team. And so you want to build a confidence level within the whole circle of the team. So we're going to give you tools and tips for that too. And strategies for handling pressure situations. And all of that is so important. And we're going to kind of touch on that a little bit. Gosh, sorry.
Spit it out.
Touch on all of those things, plus a few more. We're just going to be an hour. It's going to be an hour long next Friday from 3 to 4. And love for you to sign up. You can go on to our social media pages. It's all on there. You can contact us at letstalkpma.com anytime.
Or you can just DM us. But it's all, we posted all about it. We'll keep posting about it. So just check it out. You know, it's all on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, everything. So we're continuing on. So we're very, very excited. So it should be really great. We're kind of wanting to talk about today, just like a lot, like what we were just talking about too, is that a lot of times when you're a coach, just kind of getting a little short into this, but when you're a coach, you kind of sometimes can get caught up in the skills, the practice, the main things of just sport instead of the individuals that create that sport in that team. And so a lot of reason why we weren't wanting to do this is because I think people do get so caught up in that, and coaches get caught up in that, and that's not the point. That's not the point of it. And like, yeah, of course, that is your job as a coach, is to do everything. But like, athletes are people, and they experience emotions, and coaches, you are people, and you experience emotions and thoughts, and you know, have your own actions and everything too. So it's all just like a combined thing, and you can't just think about those actions.
Well, and if you think about it, you know, playing a game, you want to win, right? Like, your whole outcome is, I want to win. I want to have the best team. I want to have the best. But if you haven't prepared from the ground up, you know, and that means not just physical, it means mental too. If your team and yourself are not mentally able to get through any situation, and all you're looking at is the win, then 9 times out of 10, you're going to lose. Yeah. Because you're not mentally prepared. You don't see anything but the win. You don't see what's on the backside. You don't see what your kids are going through. You don't see what yourself, you're taking all the outside and bringing it in, because all you can think about is, I need that win. And then it's devastating.
Well, and it's hard too, because I think a lot of times, like, as a coach, you go through everything so fast. You know, most sports, everything's pretty fast paced. And so sometimes, I know for like me, you're going through something and everything's just kind of like on top of your head. Whatever is that first thought is what comes out. Because I mean, you don't have time to sit down, think about it, you know, go over it. And so you kind of like black out. And it's like, what did I say? How did I, like, I think I said this and I think I reacted in this way, but I honestly don't remember. You know what I mean? Or like, this is about what I would say. And so then at that point, it kind of goes into, okay, well now, how did my kids react to that? Oh, I don't really remember because I kind of blacked out. So,
I really wasn't present.
I mean, you know, like, that's just kind of how it is, because everything's so fast. I know, like, even as an athlete, I would be playing and I would remember pieces, but I didn't remember everything, because the adrenaline, the fast pace of everything, like, you're just going, you know, it's not, it isn't broken down as much. And so, as a coach, you have to be able to at least know that, like, for me, I know that if I have a moment like that blackout moment, that I can count on my thoughts, because I have my head in the right space to where I'm not going to dig on a girl or, you know, like, on any athlete to make them feel bad. You know, I'm going to speak in a way that is going to be not necessarily always positive, but just
But you're not negative.
It's
You're just critiquing. You know,
it's like, what's the word?
Lessons
Not
learned.
influential. But like, it's something
Teaching.
that's going to be beneficial to them. It's everything that's going to be beneficial. And, you know, it's not like I hate you. And, you know, we always sit down and we talk about it afterwards too. And I make sure, okay, I know you're going through it right now. Like, I'm going to take you out. Just like when we talked to Quentin, you know, it's like sometimes you have to be able to pull an athlete out of the situation.
Yeah.
To have them recollect, talk with them for a second, and then you can put them back in. But you can't just let them like wait it out.
I mean, because that's not benefiting anyone. If you just flounder in your own thoughts of I'm terrible or I can't do this, then, and you don't give yourself a break to recollect and be able to get talked to of why you're thinking that in the first place, then of course you're just going to stay there. You know, that's why we call timeouts, you know, because your team is not succeeding for a moment. You have to give them that breather. You have to give them that break just to recollect your thoughts and figure out what's happening so that you can regroup and get back out there and do what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
So, you know, to be a coach and understand and try to be mentally strong for yourself as well as your team is so important. I mean, the greatest coaches are both physical coaches as well as mental coaches. And they'll tell you that too. You know, they have the greatest quotes. They have the greatest success rate because they're not just looking at the win. They're not just looking at I want a great team. Yeah. But they're looking at, I want a well-rounded whole team.
No, absolutely. And that's why we think it's super important. And that's why this, you know, free workshop is going to start going over just the understanding of an athlete and, you know, break it down, like what your expectations are, what they should be, how you're going to handle the pressure, how you're going to adjust, and how you're going to kind of shift that mindset to not just being that win-based or progress-based and be more open to what is my athletes? How can I break this down even further and start from literally the ground,
right?
And get the mental side of those athletes too, and build upon that.
Well, and you're a great example right now with your you've just started your elite team and club, and you're starting from scratch from your whole team.
Yeah.
Right. You don't know any of them. There's 8 of them now, and you know, the success that you're having already. You're just even a month into it, 3 weeks into it.
Well, I've had one practice with all 8 of them,
so there you go. But you know, just having your mindset of, okay, I know I'm starting from ground zero, and where do I have to go? And I mean, I went and watched your practice the other night, and I was just very impressed with how, you know, you are very. I mean, I don't want to say you're harsh. You're not. You're very focused. And
a little blunt,
which puts your kids in focus too. You know, they pay attention and they listen. And I was really surprised how some of them didn't have a clue when you first started, but they picked up just like that because you were hands-on. You were criticizing. You're like, hey, listen, you need to be here. You need to be here. This is how it's supposed to be. And you just have that respect. And I think when you have respect for your players, then they have respect for you too. And that creates such a different dynamic than if they're scared or if they're
well, I don't try to talk above. I always try to speak in a way that is easily like understood, and sometimes a little bit funny, and sometimes a little bit extra harsh, but it's always direct. I'm never, you know, like a underlying, I'm saying this, but I actually mean something else. Like, I'm never like that. I'm always, this is what I mean. These are my expectations. Let's get it done.
Right.
I'm going to help you, and I'm going to make sure that you are successful. And I'm going to show you the way, and I'm going to hold your hand, but I'm not going to hold your hand forever.
Right.
Because I have to let you go.
Well, and you show the love, you know, and that's the whole thing. Even in, you know, some of our coaches' quotes this last week, you know, is that you have to show your team the love and understand that you care for them as well as love the sport, and therefore you're gonna be there for them no matter what.
Yeah.
You know, you're not there to tear them down. You're not there to criticize them. you're just ready to build them up
Yeah.
and make them as strong as they can be.
Yeah, well, I had a parent that I do personal training for her daughter. She was talking to me and she was just saying, you know, how her daughter loves doing training with me just because she was like, she talks to me like I'm a real person. She doesn't talk to me like it's coach to kid. You know, she's a high schooler, so yeah, I can talk to her like she's a real person. She knows what's going on.
Right.
She's not, you know, they're high schoolers or even in 8th grade. You know, they're not dumb.
Right.
And I mean, I think
they want to be talked to as adults.
Yeah, they don't. I mean, no. I think once you get past 4th grade, you know, I think that you should be talked to in a. I mean, it's adjusted obviously through what age you are, but like it's not. You're not dumb, and you know, you at least mostly know everything that's going on, or like want to be spoken to in that way. And so, I see that as really important. And so having that mom just say, you know, how she really appreciated that, and she was like, wow, she just was, you know, like found the like little thing that changed everything, and was like so positive about it.
Right. Well, it's a sign of respect. You know? Yeah. It's every kid wants to know that they're respected and that they're, you know, valued in this world. They're not just some kid. You know, I mean, I remember one time Quentin went into the grocery store to get something. He went by himself, and he comes back and he's like, Mom, that cashier. I mean, this has nothing to do with sports, but he's like, that cashier just totally dismissed me. And it was just totally because I was a kid, and he just was like flabbergasted, and he was probably 13, you know, and I was just like, well, sometimes that's how it is. But at the same time, like, well, no, you know, like kids are people too.
Yeah.
And they hear everything us adults say, and they understand everything we say. And so, you know, to be an adult and think that we're above our kids and that they don't understand, well, we need to think twice.
Absolutely.
We need to step back and say, okay, let's help them understand what's going on.
That's the key, is that you have to help them to understand. Like, I have seen parents who are just the parents who say, or even the coaches who are, because I say so.
Yeah.
Because I'm in charge kind of thing. And I don't think that that's fair. And I think that only creates resentment. And like for me,
I want to learn. They want to know. They
want
to understand.
Yeah. I'm constantly asking questions. So if I say something and I'm like, do you know what that means? Or someone explain to me what that means. Mm-hmm. And if everyone's looking around like, I have no clue, then I'm like, okay, now I can explain it to you. Because I can't expect everybody to know my lingo, mm-hmm. or what specific words mean, or what the actual purpose of things are. And I think that's really important too as a coach, is that you aren't just teaching how to play the game, but you need to teach why you play it the way you do. Mm-hmm. Because, okay, we play defense. Why do I have to play defense? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Why don't I just let them score, and then I'll get the ball and I'll go score? You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? And it's like, and that's what everybody wants, especially in basketball. Everybody just wants to shoot. Everybody mm-hmm. just wants to score. Everybody just wants to be Steph Curry. And it's like, no, if you play the sport, you play offense and you play defense. And that's not in every sport, but like, you know, you play football. Your job is defense. Or your job is offense. You have one job for a specific reason. Mm-hmm. You have to know why it's important to have that job. Right. And that is absolutely on coaches. That is a coach's job, is to teach them why. Why do we do it this way?
Exactly. And so that's what we're about right now. And that's what the workshop is we're going to cover. And I hope it's great. We have a couple people signed up right now, so we're super excited about that. We are gonna record it, so it will be on our website. We'll post it on there. The live workshop is great just because there's time for questions and answers.
Yeah.
And the things that we go through, they may be things you know already, or just things that you need to just dive down deeper into. And so we're gonna ask a lot of questions, and we're gonna try to dive deep into, you know, why do we feel the way we do, and what things cause certain actions that we don't like.
Yeah.
And so we're going to go in a little bit more into the workshop. And so just really trying to create just a base for coaches to have successful teams and successful seasons. So we hope that you'll join us. And if you have any questions, again, just contact us. Let us know what they are. We'll be happy to answer those questions for you, and really hope to see you on Friday.
Yeah.
Next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday.
October 20th from what time is it at? 4 o'clock? 3 to 4 o'clock on October 20th.
Yes.
Via Zoom. Come join us. It is free. So all you got to do is just come RSVP.
Yep.
Send us a message. We can send you the direct information for it. It's going to be a really, really great intro to our actual coaches workshop. I'm really excited. I think it's going to bring a lot of benefit to coaches. And we hope to just keep growing and creating those positive mental attitude coaches.
Yes. Perfect. I love it.
Thank you, everybody, for coming on and joining us. We hope to see you on our free workshop next week. We'll see you all there.
Okay. Bye-bye.